Give us a follow on all socials. Kick, jump in the Discord. We talk about Real Men Talk. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube as well. So today we're going to have a look at obviously females' behaviour and how it's okay for them to do it and men aren't. But for somehow men are all narcissistic, not which is impossible because there's there's a low percentage of narcissistic people in the world, and there's both women and men. So yes, but according to some women, every single person that X is a narcissist. So generally, what women do, they project. Projection is whatever they're saying, they're doing it themselves. So let's have a look at this fella here. The what does it say? I can't even pronounce it. The clamation of men. He's got 69,000 followers and he's doing all right. He's doing all right. Let's see how he's got to say.
Videos. We always see those videos from women 3 or 4 months later after divorce. Their glow up video, right? They got plastic surgery, lost some weight, saying that their ex is a narcissist, right? But 3 or 4 months later, they're healed. They're fucking thriving. Yesterday, I made a video showing a mugshot of mine from 3 years ago when I was being dragged through a silver bullet divorce, these false narratives. And that's what a man who's being abused looks like. You can see it right here in the photo.
Yeah. Being
poisoned by cortisol, right? The stress hormone, testosterone, rock bottom because of stress. That's what it looks like. Like a lot of people have said, I look like a drug addict. I hadn't drank in a year. No drugs, nothing. I was doped up on antidepressants, though. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
I think I was on 9 different medications at the time trying to cope with what I was going through. But this picture looks like 2 different people, right? That's what abuse does to a man. Entirely different person, but I was the problem, right? I was being blamed for everything. Maybe men aren't always the problem. We always see those videos.
Yeah, there's a fine example there. He was on antidepressants, which I can relate to. I was on antidepressants myself in a relationship, and I had to leave. And it's not just about me, but, you know, it's like, I know plenty of men have had to go on antidepressants because of a partner really like abusing them, getting them down, pulling them down. They're aware, the men are aware their partner's cheating on them, with married men as in some cases, and they know their partners on antidepressants, and you know, they're just women don't take no accountability. It's as simple as that. It's all about me, women. They'll never learn. They'll never learn. They just can't reason, can they? It's as simple as that. Things need to change, man. Because the population's decreasing. Population's decreasing. Let's go and have a look at another one. And this one's going to open your eyes up, this one.
So let's just take a moment to remember
I've been walking in the same way as I do, missing out the cracks in the pavement and tutting my heel and strutting my feet. Is there anything I can do for you, dear? Is there anyone I could call? No, and thank you, please, madame. I ain't lost, just wondering. Round my hometown, memories of phrase. Round my hometown, ooh, the people I've made. How the wonders of my world, how the wonders of my world, how the wonders of this world, how the wonders now. I like it in the city
So let's just take
I bet you don't, you know, even heard. Yeah, I bet you can't even name one of these people because they're men. I bet it wasn't even on the news or in the media because they're men. When it's women, it's on the news and the media. You seeing the difference now? Where's the quality? Where's the non-discrimination? When it suits you to keep pushing the agenda. It happens on both sides. I'm not saying one side's more than the other. It happens on both sides. But we never ever get to hear about women doing this at the top to men, do we? But we always hear about men doing this, yeah, to women, don't we? Yeah. Why is that? Why is that? I know why. But there's certain things you can see on here and you can't. Rest in peace to everyone on there. And the other men as well that have been by women. This is just the UK, by the way, and it's not everyone. There's, you look at the statistics, you'll be shocked. Maybe I'll do a video on that one. The statistics on men being off by women in the UK. Yeah. Just gobsmacked now, like. Let's go and look at the delusionalness of these women and listen to their arguments of why they need to be feminists. Tell me if they've got actually one argument.
Women have a duty to keep the family intact as well. They're responsible for most of the divorces. Yep. They file for the most amount of divorces, not because of abuse, but because of irreconcilable differences. And when asked, I don't feel fulfilled. And it's like...
Correct. I'll just pause it there quickly because there's over 71% of divorces are initiated by females. Over 71%. Let that sink in. 29% it's men. 71% women. What's that telling you?
That's not how we run a society.
No.
It's literally a death sentence for our whole society. Look at what's going on in the UK. It's a death sentence for them.
Okay, let me bring in Stasia, who's been grimacing throughout that. Stasia, why are you so outraged by what he's saying?
I'm not outraged. I just think that you all are fairly stupid. And everything that's being said is ridiculous. And it's just like a comedy show.
You think you can change your sex? How can you ever call anybody stupid? How can you ever call anybody stupid?
Yeah,
you
she
think
should
you
sit
can
that
change
one
your
out.
sex?
Hey, I'm just sitting back watching.
Hear that there? She should sit that one out because she is agreeing, even though she's a feminist, agreeing with Andrew there. There's only two genders. Yeah. Notice how it wasn't amplified a bit more by peers. The public.
The shit show happen. I'm here for it.
All right,
how is
Julie.
that possible?
You started the shit
you were
show,
not.
honey.
Well, hang on. I want to get Julie to respond to Andrew.
Oh, I zoned out and I thought I'd woken up in the 1950s in some TARDIS. You can't take him seriously. It's ridiculous.
Oh, you mean in the 1950s? You mean in the 1950s when we had intact families where 95% of women were getting married as virgins, where families weren't being broken up, where crime was extremely low, where you only needed one income to support an entire household, where mental illness was at an all-time low? Like that 1950s? I'm sorry that I make a reference to a time.
Sir, are you married? Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married. How do you make married with many children?
Is your
How
wife
about
happy?
You married with children? Oh, she's ecstatic.
No, I'm 23. I'm a boss lady girl, which seems to be driving you crazy. Working, making money,
I'm just pointing
waiting
out
for the right guy to come
along. The only thing you have no arguments. You just try to assault me personally. You can try, but the truth is that I've reproduced. I am married.
How did I assault you? I asked
the
you
life.
if you're married.
No, you didn't. You were making a passive-aggressive
feminist.
feminist.
Wait, how did I assault
about how my wife must be miserable. Women have a duty.
Correct. Andrew's bang on there. Not one of these three women come back with not one argument. What they did do is what females do. It's a regular tactic. You do know this in a relationship. They abuse them. The big lass, overweight, ugly, abused him. The bulldog, I've seen better looking bulldogs, actual dogs by the way, abused him and come out with, our argument was, Andrew thinks it's the 1950s. And he come back, what do you mean 1950s when crime was at all-time low? And loads of other facts as well. She never had no argument to come back. So really, she didn't know what she was talking about. Yeah? And this one here even agreed with Andrew, saying that there's only two genders. Which is a boss lady, 23-year-old, looking for the right man. You're never going to find that man, pet. Never in your life. And come back to that in about 10, 15, 20 years, she'll have about 6 cats, no children, and be crying on social media, making videos that you made the wrong decision, putting money before growing a family. I've seen it time and time again. Not one of these put an argument that was worth listening to. None of them put an argument back to him. It's as simple as that. Andrew absolutely burnt them, the lot. Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is the level of gaslighting you're coming across for women. All the arguments is they try to be argumentative and cause a scene out of it because they can't come back with common sense and rationale because they've got none. It's as simple as that. Not all women, just 99.9%. Yeah. And this is what you have. You know, it's okay on TV. This is UK television, by the way, where millions watch it. And now imagine if Andrew was a woman and then them 3 were men and they were abusing that woman. There'd be outcries all over social media, in the papers, front page, fucking breaking news. Do you know what I mean? So it's when it suits them. It just, you know, it is what it is. I'm just pointing it out, you know, to hopefully people, simps, realise, stop simping and turn into a real man. That's why I've made this Kick account. I've got a Discord there. It's all free. It'll always be free. Got a YouTube channel. And I've got a TikTok channel as well. So, yeah. Just short and sweet this time. But I'll be back again tomorrow, streaming again. And I'll catch you on the next one. And have a look at the chat. Is anyone in? All right, just people trying to sell us all sorts. Of course you can. Anyways, catch you on the next one. Move on out. Watch my YouTube channels if you want to support us. See you soon.